Hey there, this is Noah with Dent Ops. We just pushed a major update to our estimating process called Project ESPRESSO. It's just a fun code name we've been using, and it's got a bunch of front and back end updates that I wanted to show you real quick. Now, if you have not yet used Dent Ops, or you just haven't used our services in a little while, this video is going to give you a really great idea of the Dent Ops experience just in general, and how far we've come with our estimating services and claim services for PDR and hail repair companies. And if you have worked with us more recently, this video is going to highlight some changes and improvements that I think you'll really appreciate and are going to make your life and your business even better and easier. So to set the stage, our in-house claims data over the last 12 months and across thousands of estimates and claims shows that Dent Ops added an average of $2,529.51 in additional approvals per claim. And that's all while maintaining an industry-leading average estimate turnaround time of under 5 hours. That's from the time we receive an estimate request from a shop to the time we actually deliver it, get it back over to the shop, less than 5 hours. And that's across thousands of estimates. We're super, super proud of those stats. Now, ESPRESSO actually takes that foundation and it makes Dent Ops even faster, smarter, and easier for you to use. So I wanted to shoot this quick video to just show you what we've got going on over here. Now, first off, the first update that I want to show you is with actually kicking off an estimate. And the way we look at this is a faster kickoff equals a faster delivery. In other words, the faster we can get an estimate in process for you, the faster we can wrap it up and get it back over to you. And we've made this process easier than ever. So I've actually got an MTRX estimate pulled up here just on my phone. Now, whether you need your estimates written under an existing Dent Ops account, like you're a regular Dent Ops user and you need to send estimates over to us just like normal, or you don't even have any Dent Ops account at all and you just want to get a free demo, it's so easy. So first off, you can email the estimate to estimates@dentops.com. If I'm in the estimate, you just click those little 3 dots up there and then you hit email, and then you can email it to estimates@dentops.com. Doesn't matter if you're from server or from email, just hit one of those options, it'll get over to us. Or you can actually use the built-in integration in the MTRX app. So again, if you hit those little 3 dots up there, you're gonna see an option for rekey estimate. It says like new next to it. And then you just select the Dent Ops option, fire it right on over to us. Doesn't matter to us either way which one you use. In any case, the big update that we made with ESPRESSO is a lot of automations that are related to getting these files into process fast for you. So no matter how you send an estimate to us, ESPRESSO is going to automatically push your estimate into process. It's going to assign a specialist from our team, and it's going to send you a confirmation. And it's going to do this anytime, day or night. Again, faster kickoff equals faster delivery. The second thing that I want to show you is actually in the Dent Ops portal. This is a screenshot I've got pulled up right here. So you're going to get a little bit of a backstage tour on the portal. This is what it looks like if you're not already using Dent Ops. I'm just signing in here under demo account settings. It's going to load up the app. This is a custom developed platform. This isn't just some random CRM or workflow management platform that we slapped our logo on. We custom developed this entire thing just for Dent Ops and just for the shops that we work with. So this is what the portal looks like. I'm in the estimate history. I have a few example estimates pulled up here to show you guys some stuff. Now, the Dent Ops portal is a really great place to keep track of and get help for any of your estimates, whether they're current estimates or past estimates. See where they're at, the current status, access your past files, so on and so forth. We've only made minor updates to this front end here as a part of ESPRESSO, but the back end has pretty significant updates to improve our cycle times and performance even more over time. As a matter of fact, we completely rebuilt our workflow management process that we follow on the back end from the ground up. This is the 4th time we've done this. As we continue to learn more and more stuff, completely rebuilt, and it's incredible. Another major improvement that we've made with ESPRESSO is that we can actually handle more detailed estimating preferences and customizations for each shop. So Dent Ops used to be this kind of, you send it over to us, we're just gonna maximize the heck out of this thing, get it back over to you. If you need changes, let us know, we'll make those changes. Now we've made it so that you can actually tailor your preferences so that we write the estimate to your preferences up front. Whether you wanna include or exclude certain operations, we can make sure to do that. If you want to automatically keep estimates below a certain threshold to avoid total losses, we can do that. And even if you need to maintain specific DRP or body shop requirements, we can do all of that up front. And if you need any changes, it's easy to get changes, but otherwise we want these estimates to get back over to you exactly how you want them every single time. So ESPRESSO is actually designed to help you build estimates as simple or as detailed as you need, without compromising quality or speed. And this applies to all different types of Dent Ops users, whether you're a PDR shop, a hail repair operation, a dealership, a body shop, and even insurance carriers who we've worked with some of. So I just went over sending an estimate in and some improvements to our processing of estimates. Now let's talk about what happens when you get an estimate back and what happens next. So first off, I wanted to show you guarantee mode. Now, if you don't already know what guarantee mode, it's an incredible thing that we do at Dent Ops where we essentially will write any single estimate that you send us for free. You could send us 100 estimates. We'll write every single one of them for free. We will tell you what our results come out to. You can review those results and then decide if you want to take the estimate or leave it. Okay, so we will write any of your estimates for free, tell you what those results come out to. Then you get to decide if you want to accept the estimate or reject the estimate. If you accept the estimate, that is when we will bill you for it and deliver the full estimate back over to you. But if you reject the estimate, we don't bill you a dime, not a single penny. We built this as a completely risk-free way for you to send every single estimate over to us. We never want you to question if the service is worth it. We want to prove to you that the service is worth it. And if you decide it's not worth it, cool. No problem. That's the reason we built the service. Two cool updates to guarantee mode. So I'm here, I have a file. This one's pending. It's pending guarantee mode right now. This is how we typically, when we write the estimate, we typically give it back to you in guarantee mode unless you turn guarantee mode off. We'll give it back to you under guarantee mode. You'll see that it's pending. If you click more actions here or in your email notification that you get, you can click the link that's included in there. And you'll see a page that looks something like this, where you get to accept or reject the estimate. And I have some quick, information about this vehicle and the vehicle owner and the percentage it came out to. Two cool things that we've updated in our guarantee mode process, guarantee mode V2, if you will. First off, you can always accept or reject the estimate as normal, but we made it so that you can actually request reductions before you even accept the estimate. So one common thing a lot of shops do is, let's pretend we sent this estimate back, and this one actually came out to 36%, but let's pretend it was at 75% or something. And you're like, that's a little bit too high. If we get it to 70%, I'd be a lot more comfortable with that. So we made it so you don't need to accept the estimate, then ask for those changes. You can just, we call it reduce and accept, where you can go in here and you can actually say, okay, I want to reduce this to 70%, and then click submit down here at the bottom, and we will make those changes, get it back over to you at 70%, the number that you need us to get to, or a flat dollar amount, whichever your preference is. And then you can review those results and decide what you want to do from there. The second cool thing that we've done is make it so that in guarantee mode, if you're like, look, I trust the Dent Ops estimates, a lot of shops after they've used this for a little while, they're like, look, we trust what you're doing. We'll want to expedite this thing, pass it on to the claim service, submit it to the insurance company, do the claim administration, even do the negotiations, which we'll talk about in a little later, and they want to expedite it right from guarantee mode. We've built that into the guarantee mode process here. So say we wanted to reduce it to 70%, and then we also wanted Dent Ops claims and to handle the claim submission and the claim administration, like follow-ups, collecting paperwork and documentation, so on and so forth. If I click these options here, I hit submit, our team will make these changes to the estimate, and at the same time as we deliver it back over to you, those changes back over to you, we're also immediately passing it over to our claims team so we can expedite the claims process. So we've made things that much more streamlined in guarantee mode. We just saw a lot of shops taking these actions already and figured, let's make it a little bit faster and easier. So it's cool stuff. The second thing I want to show you here in terms of delivery is file management. So this is a completed file. It's been accepted after guarantee mode already. And if I click access files, I can see the organization here. If you're familiar at all with how our organization was before, it was essentially just this shared Google Drive folder and all of the files were located in here. It was a little overwhelming sometimes, especially when you get a whole bunch of changes made up and you have a bunch of different estimates. Now we've done some really cool things. We have some folder organization in here. Dent Ops receipts get their own spot, just keep it out of the way. We do provide receipts for files that are paid for with credits now, which is just really great for accounting purposes. Your images and other files have their own dedicated folder that they live in. And then your other estimates, which includes the original estimate that you provided over to Dent Ops that we used as the scope, is also in there as well. For the most part, the only thing you should see on this main page that you land on in your files for any given job is going to be the most up-to-date estimate from Dent Ops and the most up-to-date AWF file. We're actually giving you AWF files automatically in every single delivery now. AWF files just make it so that you can import Dent Ops estimates into any CCC account. So these AWF files, this one and this one, you can import those into any CCC account you want, which is pretty cool. Now, this is a great example file, because it has 2 estimates in it. Now, our comparative pricing functionality, the way that Dent Ops does this is if you say that the hood is off matrix, for example, or it needs conventional or whatever, we will write up that estimate for a conventional hood. And like if I pop this open, I think this one actually has a replacement hood and some operations that go along with it, along with some other conventional panels in here. And we can see the total end dollar amount, $10,329.91, okay? So we will find the conventional cost, but then most of the time you're a PDR company. You don't want to misconstrue how you're actually fixing this dam. You're not trying to pull one over on the insurance company, all right? So what we've done is we create these conventional estimates where we find the conventional operations, and then we can convert all of those operations that belong to like the replacement hood, for example, into a single PDR line. And what we end up with is this second estimate that we provide over to you, where you can see, okay, this one line right here, that's for the roof, same thing applies, but the hood, $2,116.37, and that's all of the operations that went along with the hood, including like fender blends and so on and so forth, as long as they were appropriate, into a single line for the hood. The end dollar amount of this estimate, in this case, should be the exact same as the conventional one, because all we've done is convert those conventional operations into PDR. We can also apply discounts if we want to. We've got other videos and guides on how to do that too. But the cool thing with this that I want to point out as a part of ESPRESSO is the organization, right? We make it very, very clear and labeled. The primary PDR estimate, this is converted. This is your PDR estimate. Your secondary conventional estimate, this is your conventional estimate that you can use. And it's basically your backup documentation to prove these are all the operations that go into this conventional repair. So it's a pretty cool process that we've got built in, and this just organizes it way, way better. Like I mentioned, in this main view, so like when I click into this to begin with, I go to Access Files, and this first thing I see is in ESPRESSO, for the most part, should always be the most up-to-date estimates from Dent Ops. Say you needed to get some changes to an estimate, which we do for free, and I'm about to go over the support process, change request process that we've improved a lot as well. If you need changes to your estimate, say you need to add more customer information, or you need to add some replacement parts, or you want us to take off some operations, or whatever, we will make those changes, and then ESPRESSO will automatically move these files. These would be the outdated files. It would automatically move these files over into your other estimates folder. It's kind of like a change log. You can always go back to those previous versions of estimates if you want to or need to review them or whatever. And then it will actually replace all of these files with the most up-to-date estimates. So again, every time you land in the files area of any given Dent Ops job, any given Dent Ops estimate that we do, you should always be looking at the most up-to-date estimates from Dent Ops, which is pretty cool and just a very great quality of life thing for both shops that are running your own claims, but also for our claims team when we're handling the claims for you as well. Okay, so speaking of change requests and support requests, if I go to this more actions, if you recall just a few minutes ago, we hit more actions in order to access guarantee mode for this one file that's still pending. But for the file that we've already accepted, the same link actually brings us over to get changes in support. And we have simplified, made this easier to get these change requests. Instead of having a bunch of options, we have the most common options right here, and then we have kind of a catch-all if you just need to get changes to the estimate or other help. So say, for example, I wanted to get changes to this estimate. I can describe in detail what changes I need made. Say, maybe I get like the insurance estimate or something. I'm like, hey, the insurance estimate's got some different stuff on it. I want you to incorporate some of the things the insurance estimate has in it. Okay, you can upload that file directly in here as well. So we've just simplified the support process, made it's faster and easier just overall, which is awesome. The second cool thing that we've done as a part of our support process is, say you're like, hey, this estimate is fantastic. I just need you to update the customer's information, or I need you to add the insurance information to this estimate, or add a couple of belt moldings for replacement. And at that point, it would be perfect, and we could submit it to the insurance company, and like we're good to go. We've made this super, super simple where you can request those changes, and you can also say, hey, when the estimate is done, choose if you want to either review those results and then decide what you want to do afterwards, or if you just say, look, I trust you, just make these small changes and go ahead and expedite this claim. Go ahead and send it over to the insurance company. Now, with regards to claim services, we are super excited to finally be able to offer our full claims management and negotiation service. We have been testing this in a closed beta over the last 12 months, and we've processed over $5 million in claims already with a couple dozen operations across the US, just to develop the industry's best end-to-end claims management solution. So it is open and available to the public now. You just have to apply. We want to make sure that it's going to be a good fit for your business and vice versa. Now, aside from this, there are a ton more updates and other things happening behind the scenes in ESPRESSO, like enhancements for our team, automations to make Dent Ops faster and just more efficient, and even some cool artificial intelligence stuff that we're doing. But I just wanted to give you this quick high-level update of some of the changes that are more relevant to you as a user of the service. So, to our partners, I want to say thank you so much for your feedback and support. We hear you. We try to implement stuff that you want and that will make your life easier. You are what keeps us going so that we can keep creating and improving these kinds of services for the PDR and hail industry. I really appreciate you so much for that opportunity, and our entire team appreciates it as well. And if you have not yet tried Dent Ops before, or it's just been a little while since you've used us, here's your invitation to try us out. Whether you've used other services before, or you're just interested, you're curious how it works, curious of the experience, or you've just never done anything like this before, shoot over an estimate to estimates@dentops.com. It's going to automatically kick into process under demo settings. You don't even need an account for any of this. Just email it over to us. Automatically goes into process under demo settings. You can go about your business. We're going to write it up for free. We're going to send it back over to you, and you can decide if you think it's a good fit for your business or not. So anyways, I hope this was helpful and just kind of showing the experience in general and some of these high-level overviews of ESPRESSO. I'm super, super excited. This is going to make a huge impact to so many businesses and so many of our partners in the PDR industry and the hail repair industry. So thanks for sticking with me. I appreciate you, and we will see you again soon.